Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So it's been a month, at least, if not more. Honestly, it's probably been more than a month at this point. And I wanted to make 3 videos of this, where it's like, oh, I do the starters in their base form, starters in the mid stages, and then final evolutions of the starters. And I was planning on doing this within like a week or so, but then things got really busy, and well, look at the hair. Well, things just didn't work out. So, here I am an entire month later, and we're gonna do the, mid stage of the starters. So, how I'm gonna do this, I had the other ones in order of, like, whatever, but this one I'm just kinda winging it. I'm gonna get what I know out of the way, and then we'll move on from there. So first of all, I know this is going to be a little bit of a controversial thing, but I'm going to put Dartrix in D. I just don't care for it. It's not, I don't hate it, but like, definitely it was not one of my favorites when it first showed up. So, yeah. Another one I'm just going to throw in there is Braixen, and I'm going to put that in C. And again, it's one of those things where it's like I'm splitting hairs here, because it's like Dartrix and Braixen are kind of in that weird zone of maybe I like it, maybe I don't know. Okay, so next up, I'm going to put Bayleaf in C, because honestly, Bailey is like one of those Pokemon. It's like the Chikorita line as a whole is kind of a weird one, because it's like, it's really nobody's favorite, but at the same time, you can't blame it, so I can't put it in the last bottom tier. I just don't care for it. Next up, I'm going to put Marshtomp in the C tier, because, again, it's one of those Pokemon where it's like, it just doesn't do anything for me. I don't want to put it in the bottom rank, because I don't think it's worth that, but I definitely don't care for it as much. Alright, and the final Pokemon I'm going to put in the C list is Pignite. Again, like, I feel like the C tier is really just, like, the tier that, like, is, like, Pokemon that I just don't care for, but I don't really have anything particularly against them. I don't care for them, though. Alright, so let's move on to the B tier, where I have almost no feelings for them. First of all, let's throw in Servine, because it's like, it's cool, but also a lot of people don't like him. I don't really know if I care at all. Another one would be Grottle. I'm just gonna throw that in there because it's like, again, middle of the road, whatever. I just don't know. I feel like it's either really highs or really lows for this kind of thing. You're either gonna put it in one thing or the other. The next one I'm gonna put in is Quilladin. I had to think for a moment what his name was. I got a lot of grass-type Pokemon in this lower part of the... grass is clearly not my favorite of the starters, I guess. But yeah, Quilladin is one of those Pokemon, like, at first I hated it. Or not hated it, but didn't care for it. Then I learned to like it, and now I'm kind of in the middle, where it's like, I just don't know how to feel about it. So, that's where I got it there. Then, middle... Croconaw, again, I really like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, I really like Totodile. I think Totodile's up there in my other one, but I don't know. But then also, Feraligator's really cool, but then this one kind of gets lost in the middle, and it's kind of getting lost in the middle for this too. Next is Torracat. Torracat, I have a very complex, not relationship, but feeling towards. I hate its art. I hate what it looks like in most of the artwork that it is. As far as, like, it's like Sugimori art, or at least, I don't know. But then I love it in the anime, and I like it in the game. So it's, like, weird design-wise. It's tough because it's, like, designed to be, like, oh, it's a 4-legged animal, but then it also can get on its hind legs. So it's got, like, these big, meaty paws, while at the same time being still, like, it's a weird design. I just don't care for it. Also, I do wish that it had a darker orange, because you have, like, Litten, who is, like, dark, like a darker black, kind of a charcoal black. I don't know if that's right. Either way, it's got, like, a darker black with, like, red highlights, or accents, rather. And then Incineroar is, like, really well designed with its dark, deep red. Meanwhile, you have Torracat, who's like orange and kind of this weird brown, like black looking color. I don't care for it. But at the same time, again, I like it in the game. So it's like, it's a hard B. Next up, we are going to place Brion, because I really like Brion. It's not my favorite starter of, like, as far as mid-stages go, but I really, really like Brion's design. Probably a lot more than Poplio and even Primarina's design. I think it's just a really pretty Pokemon. Next up, we're going to plus Frogadier. It's another one of those Pokemon where I really like it. It's not as cool as maybe its like final evolution, but it's a really cool looking Pokemon. It's got its ninja thing going on, and I'm down with that. Next we have Wartortle, and it's probably about the same reason. I mean, not for the ninja stuff, but it's like, it's a really cool mid-stage Pokemon. I really like it as far as, it's just like, it's a cooler Squirtle, but then it doesn't have the cannons yet. And it's one of those things where it's like, there's a part of me that wishes Blastoise had kept the, like, kind of flirly ears and tail. I don't know what I'm doing here with my hands. But I wish that, I guess part of me wishes that Blastoise had kept the tail and ears. I don't know. Next, we're gonna put, let's see. Probably put Ivysaur in, Ivysaur? Yeah, Ivysaur. Duh, I had to think about it again. Ivysaur, again, it's a really great design. I like Ivysaur, again, probably more than I like Venusaur. Bulbasaur kind of gets a pass in a sense because it's like Bulbasaur. It's a Bulbasaur. But I think Ivysaur is really good. I like its colors. I just really like the look of it. It looks intense. It's got like those like really like pointy looking eyes. That's a bad way of describing it. But I really like Ivysaur a lot. I like that it's like it's got the bloom coming out of it, and then suddenly it evolves into Venusaur, and that's like, it's like weird and frog-like, even more so. Although some people might say it's not frog, it is a frog. It's like a frog dinosaur. Either way, anyways, I like Ivysaur. It's not my favorite Pokemon in the world, but I like Ivysaur a lot. Next, I think I have one more for this. Alright, and then the final Pokemon I'm gonna put in this, thing is Grovyle. And again, it's one of the, like, the top, like, the A list is basically Pokemon that are super cool in their own right, but are not quite my favorite. And I guess that stands to reason for all of this. It doesn't matter. I could just stop right here and be like, yeah, that's where it is. But I really like Grovyle. I think it's a cool mid-stage Pokemon. I guess the most I like it out of it is like Ash's Grovyle, where it's like real cool. It's got the little stick in its mouth, and I really like its design overall. I'm confused about the little like thing that comes off like the plume, because neither Trico or Sceptile have one, so it's a weird thing. Like, you can make the like I like the little leaf thing coming off of its arms. You can make the argument of like, oh, that's gonna turn into like the like V shape thing that's on Sceptile's arms. Whatever, that's cool. And then like the tail is like, it's starting to bush out or whatever into like the bush looking tree thing that Sceptile has. The plume, it's got no place in either Trico or Sceptile's design. So I don't know why it has that. Either way, I think it's a really cool Pokemon. And we make it to my S list, and I'm going to put these in a specific order, because obviously you see what's going on now. So first we're gonna put, honestly, I'm a little bit on the fence here. I am going to put Infernape first. Not Infernape. Monferno. I'm going to put Monferno first because I don't think it's my favorite out of all of them yet. For S list, I'm going to like have left being my least favorite of my most favorites, and then far right being my favorite. So Monferno, yeah, definitely is a favorite. It's definitely an S rank. I like it a lot more than I like Infernape. And I kind of wish Infernape had kept its tail on fire. But yeah, I like it a lot. Next up, I'm going to put Combustion because it's a fighting chicken, and how can you not like a fighting chicken? It's got those badass, like, claw thingamajigs, and it kicks things. It's really, really cool Pokemon. I like it a lot. Next, I'm just blasting through this. I'm going to put Charmeleon because it's kind of the OG tough badass Pokemon, as far as like starters go. So it's kind of got that like attitude going on, and I really like it. And while in a lot of forms of media it's not shown with like the deep red coloring, I really like the deep red coloring, especially the art here. I believe this is a Dream World art. And I really, really like the deeper red looking Charmeleon as opposed to kind of the more washed out, kind of more orangey looking Charmeleons. I don't know. I like it a lot. Next, I'm going to put Duat because Duat is super cool. If you haven't watched my water type, top 5 water type Pokemon video, do yourself a favor and watch it. I believe that Pokemon that we have talked about just now has made it. Anyways, so I like Duat a lot. I think it's really cool. It's honestly, again, it's probably my favorite of those 3 of the Oshawott line. Oshawott's kind of derpy, and then Samurot's cool, but it's not exactly, it doesn't, I don't know. It looks cool, but it's got like off in the side kind of cool. It's cool, whatever. But Duat is really cool. I like its like coloring. Especially, again, it's got the same thing going on that, like, Charmeleon has going, where it's, like, in some of its art, or media art, or whatever, like in the anime, and in this, like, Dream World art, its colors are way more vibrant, so it's like the lighter blue is super, like, kind of, you can get lost in it, and then the darker blue is really contrasting with the, like, yellow, like, clam sword things that he's got. So I like that a lot. Also, otters are really cool, and I really like otters, so duh. Now, next between these two, I'm going to do Prinplup. Prinplup, again, is super cool. It's a penguin. Penguins are awesome. I can't really go wrong with the penguin. It's just really cool. I like it. There's not much more to it than that. And finally, we're moving on to Quilava. And Quilava is honestly probably, if I had to say so, I mean, clearly the, like, Cyndaquil line has things going for it. Cyndaquil is pretty cool. Quilava is super cool. So, I don't know. It's my favorite of these second mid-stage starters at the very least. But yeah, this is basically my list. And now that I'm looking at it, my list kind of cascades up. So you got like 1, 4, 5, whatever. Maybe another 5. A little less of a cascade now that I'm really looking at it. But either way, it kind of like steps up a little bit here and there. Yeah, no, that's my list, I guess. I really enjoyed making this list. I kind of, again, went over it prior to making this video. Because I just wanted to really kind of sit down and be like, okay, who's going to make what list? That way I can explain myself in some capacity. I probably have not explained myself very well. But I wanted to kind of go over it. Let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people don't like Servine at all, so they'd probably put it down in the D. And I know that a lot of people like Dartrix, and they would not put it in the D segment. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of my tier list of the starter, second tier, second stage, or whatever. Clearly, we do not know the second stages of the Galar region Pokemon. I think I had them in my other video from last month, but we don't know their evolutions, so I can't include them at all in this. But yeah, this is my tier list for the second stage of the starter Pokemon up through Gen 7. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. And if you want to see more from me, including Pokemon content, anime content, manga content, whatever, let me know, and I will do that too. And if you want to see more from me in general, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, and you'll get all the notifications when I upload. I will see you guys in another video. So long!